The Last of Us Online. So I want to hear your thoughts on this because I think this is a good thing that they decide to cancel this game. The Last of Us Online developers celebrate their cancelled game. Absolutely been the highlight of my career. So Naughty Dog developers look back at what could have been. So following The Last of Us Online's cancellation, former developers from Naughty Dog have emerged to celebrate the mysterious multiplayer project. Studio Naughty Dog cancels its untitled multiplayer spin-off after nearly 4 years of work. Oh my gosh. You know why? Because Sony were so on those live service games. After nearly 4 years of work, claiming the project would require too many development resources and detract from its upcoming single-player projects. So that's crazy. So I assume that they knew this, that we're going to focus on live service games. Sony, Jim Ryan were like, no, we want live service. So they must have known this was going to happen. I reckon they were like, man, we do better with making single-player games, but all right, whatever. In a recent statement, the studio claimed its options were to become a solely live service game studio. No. Hell no. Or continue pushing out games such as Uncharted and The Last of Us, which itself had unexpectedly great multiplayer mode in factions. See, they should have just done that with Last of Us Part 2. Maybe I would have had something else to play. I reckon it's because they've now realised live service games, it's not as easy as what you think. No one's going to make a Fortnite. And even then, there was so many people lost their jobs. Mate, just stick to what you're good at. And Naughty Dog are good at making single-player games. Apart from Part 2. But they do make amazing games. So technical designer Nathaniel Ferguson said, working on the game has been an absolute highlight and will also be a very special project for me. A sad day, but very bright horizons ahead. Man, imagine... That's very sad. Imagine all those developers working super hard. Do you know what I mean? It's never easy to have a game cancelled, but I'm so proud of my studio and everything we accomplished on this project. Seeing my game get canned is a shame, especially when it's possible to follow up something as unique as Factions. But the overriding sentiment from The Last of Us Online's former developers has been optimistic about the studio's future. Now, I think this is such a good thing. Just because you want, that's what makes Naughty Dog amazing. Uncharted, The Last of Us Part 1... single player games. I'm sorry, what anyone says, there's always going to be room, or the focus on games will always be single player games. They did announce another game alongside. I do believe they've got a couple of games in development, and that's it with The Last of Us, which it's very good. I think it's just such a good thing that they've decided to do that, because I'm not sure what they were thinking.